everybody and welcome to your maths video for today. As I said in yesterday's lesson, we're going to start today's lesson by looking at multiples again. So yesterday you looked at multiples of 3. Can you remember what a multiple is? Pause the video and have a think. Unpause when you're ready. That's right, a multiple is a number that is in a certain times table. So a multiple of 3 is any number in the 3 times table, or any number that can be divided by 3, because we know that times and divide are related. So today we're going to be looking at multiples of 4. So numbers that when you count in 4s, you're going to land on them. On the other side, not a multiple of 4. So if you count in 4s and you don't land on those numbers, they are not in the 4 times table. So just like yesterday, we're going to do the first few together before you have a go on your own. So the first number is 8, nice and easy. Let's count in 4s, check. 4, 8. So we know that one must be in the 4 times table. It's a multiple of 4. So I'm going to write it in here, then cross it off so I know that I've done it. Let's look at the next one. What number does it say? That's right, 30. Some of you might just know if you know your 4 times table really well, so you might be able to sort it straight away. Otherwise, don't worry, counting in 4s is also a useful thing for us to practice. Ready with fingers? Off we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. I've gone past 30. I said 28 and then 32. Did I say 30? Yes or no? No, so it's not a multiple of 4. We'll do 2 more. What does the next number say? That's right, 22. Ready? Off we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Did you hear 22? No, what did you hear? We had 20 and 24. So where does it go? Multiple of 4 or not a multiple of 4? Show me with your fingers. Not. It's not in the 4 times table. We didn't get to 22. We got to 20 and 24. Last one, 36. Where's that one going to go? Counting together. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. I landed on it. 9 times 4 is 36. So where is it going to go? Point to it on the screen. That one, it's a multiple of 4 as it's in the 4 times table. I would now like you to pause the video, copy out my table on a piece of paper or whiteboard. So you need to do just one line down, because you don't really need to have these numbers. You can use them from the screen. One line down your paper. One side write multiple of 4. Which means it's in the 4 times table, good job. On the other side, not a multiple of 4. Then you're going to sort 44, 16, 56, 18, 72, or you might need to do some big counting. 28, 32, 14. Ready to do that now? Pause and have a go. Unpause and we'll go through it together after. Ready? Okay, my next number is 44. Where does it go? Multiple or not a multiple of 4? That's right, it is a multiple of 4 because I know 10 times 4 is 40. And if I count on, the next one will be 44. 16, that's an easy one. It's a small number, so we should know that one. 4, 8, 12, 16. 4 times 4 is 16, so it's in the 4 times table, so it's a multiple. What about 56? We might have to count this one. So we know 10 times 4 is 40. So let's count from there. Ready? 44, 48. Then what happens? 52, 56. Again, a multiple of 4. 18. When we count in 4s, do we hear it? No, we hear 16 and 20, but we do not hear 18, so that goes over there. 72. It's a tricky one. What do you think? Should we count and try? So we do 10 times 4 is 40. Let's count from 40. Ready? 44, 48, 52, 56. Then 60, 64, 68. Then 72. So that one is in the 4 times table. 28. You should all know that if you know your 4 times table. That is a multiple. You're right. 32. We counted to 30 last time and that wasn't a multiple. Is 32 a multiple? Let's check. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32 it is. And the last one, 14. Is it a multiple, yes or no? No. Give yourself a tick for the ones that you have got correct. Well done on practicing that with me. So today we're going to be continuing division. We've got 2 more lessons on division. Today we're going to be learning to divide, which we know. We know is sharing into equal groups. To divide with remainders. So we've got this new math star word. My turn, your turn. Remainders, your turn. Good job. You might notice you've got the word remain in it. What does remain mean? Like if you remain in, for example, if you have a tray of cakes and you say, oh, there are 3 cakes remaining. What does that mean? Or there are 3 children remaining in the class. Maybe everyone else has gone out to break and some children have to stay in and finish. You might say there are 4 children remaining in the room. Yeah, they're kind of left over, aren't they? Everyone else is doing something else, so they're left to do their work. Or all the cakes have been eaten and there are 3 or 4 left on the plate. So we're going to be dividing today with leftovers. That doesn't sound like something we should be able to do with division, as it has to be equal. I wonder what's going to happen. What do you think will happen if things are left over, if there are remainders? Let's find out. Okay, my first example. It's a word problem, so we have to work out what it's asking us to do. Gerbil treats, yet my gerbils have come up again. I'm a bit obsessed with them, chocolate and marshmallow. Gerbil treats come in packs of 15, so when you buy 1 packet, there are 15 treats inside. Marshmallow and chocolate, if you don't know they're my gerbils, got 2 of them, share them. How many do they each get? I have to make sure it's fair because they fight over them otherwise. So how am I going to share 15 treats between marshmallow and chocolate? What's my number sentence first of all? Got something which is 15 of my treats and I've got 2 gerbils that I'm sharing them between. What number sentence should I write? Pause and say it to yourself. That's right, my number sentence will be 15 treats shared between or divided by 2 gerbils is the same as. How am I going to work that out? Let's have a go together. As usual, I've been borrowing marshmallow and chocolates, treats and food to help us with some maths. They won't mind. Okay, they look a little bit like cereal actually. They love things with wheat in and fruit. So these have got cranberry and strawberries in. So the first thing I need are 15 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I keep all my gerbil treats in a jar. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you have something at home that you want to pretend to be gerbil treats, you might want to do this with me. So I'm going to draw out little marshmallow, who is a little gorgeous gerbil. I hope when we're back at school they can come and see you. And the little whiskers. Feel free to draw them as well. So I'm going to write an M for marshmallow. And then chocolate. The little pointy ears, whiskers. They're always happy when they get treats. And chocolate. Okay, ready to share them out? Remember the 1 for me, 1 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, my groups look equal so far. 15. Shall I give it to chocolate? Is that fair? What do you think? Thumbs up or down? Can you explain, is it fair or not? So I can see marshmallow now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And chocolate has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, Marshmallow's not going to be very happy, and they're probably going to get into a bit of a fight over these treats. So should I take this away from Chocolate and give it to Marshmallow? Is that fair? No, because the same will happen. It just means Marshmallow has more than Chocolate this time. So what do I do with this one? Should I take all 15 of them away and give them no treats at all? Because here they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Chocolate has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fair. Because they have 7 and 7. So this one is just going to be left over. This is a remainder. So I'm going to put it down here. And I'm going to put a little R, a capital R, to show that it's left over or it's a remainder. So I know that 15 shared between 2 is the same as 7 remainder 1. Why is it remainder 1? Yeah, because I've got 1 left over, or you might also see it as a small r. Just the r means remainder. So if you remember, remainder here. So we just say the r here to mean remainder. 15 treats shared between 2 gerbils means they get 7 each. Remainder 1. So there's 1 left over. Can you see it in that box? So if you cannot share equally, what you do is you share equally as much as you can, and any that are left over, you don't choose to give more to one person or put more in one bag. You put it in a little remainder box over here. And I write it like this: 7, remainder 1. Have you got it? Should we practice again? Let's do the next one. Put it back in their jar. This time I would like you to have a whiteboard or a piece of paper to join in with me now that you know what a remainder is and how we write it. Miss Conway is going to love this one. Hello, Miss Conway in school. Miss Conway is planting seeds in her garden. She likes a bit of gardening, don't you, Miss Conway? What kind of things do you like planting? So she's planting seeds in her garden. She sprinkles 17 seeds into 3 pots. So maybe she's growing flowers. How many seeds will there be in each pot? Have you got an idea about what we could draw for this one? Oops, sorry guys. So the first thing, even before we draw, is we need to work out what my number sentence is. As a word problem doesn't tell us exactly what to do, we have to work it out and write a maths operation first. Let's reread it. Pause and reread. What do you think it's asking us to do? So we know she's got 17 seeds and she's sharing them into 3 pots. She wants to make sure there are the same number in each pot, so there are the same number of flowers. She doesn't want one pot with 1 flower and then another pot with loads of lovely flowers. She wants them to all look lovely. So 17 divided by 3 is the same as. Remember, 17 goes at the start because it's the whole. When we divide, we put the biggest number, the whole, at the start, because once we divide it, it's going to get smaller. And we know our whole is the biggest bit, so it's not going to be the answer here because our number's going to get smaller. Who's got an idea about what we can draw? Or maybe what objects you can use at home. If you have a plant pot, for example, at home, you might get 3 mini plant pots. And if you've got seeds at home or things you can pretend to be seeds, you might get those. Anything at home, you could use pasta, you could use peas, you could use beads, rice, anything. So I've actually got some seeds. These are pumpkin seeds. Again, they're marshmallow and chocolates. Their second favourite thing after sunflower seeds is pumpkin seeds, but the sunflower seeds are a little bit tricky to see. So I'm going to start by drawing 3 pots. Draw along with me, because I don't have 3 empty pots at home. Ready? So 1 pot, 2 pots. Make sure you're taking photos of what you're doing, because today there isn't an activity sheet. It's doing lots of practical things and taking photos. So as you're joining in, take a photo and upload it to your portfolio. Okay, so I'm sharing or sprinkling the seeds into 3 pots, and I'm sprinkling 17. We ready? If you've got objects, you can put them in, or you can draw them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now at the moment they've all got 5. But I've got 15 and I've got to count 17, 16, 17. Good, done? Let's check if they're all the same. I've got 6 in this pot. 1, 2, 3, 6 in this pot and 5 in this pot. Good? Can we do that? Sorry, I've realised that I've cut off a bit of the board whilst I was counting, so I'll just move it over so you can see what I did. Sometimes I have lots going on my camera screen. Some of you in school asked me how I did this today. I put this camera onto a tripod which holds the camera and faces it down. So sometimes if I can't see my screen, I cut bits off. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, is this fair? 17 shared between 3 pots. 6, 6, 5. What do we know about division? When we share, it has to be equal. So that is not fair. I'm absolutely not allowed to do that. So I'm going to wipe it off. It's not fair. And I'm going to take away the 2 extra ones I put in here. Okay, so should I then put maybe the extra 2 in here, in this one? So now I've got 5, 5, 7. Is that fair? No, because more flowers are in this pot. That's also not fair. So I can't give all of the seeds out. 17 divided by 3 doesn't give me an equal answer. I can't divide it exactly. And you'll notice 17 is not in the 3 times table. That's why it doesn't work. So what do I do? So I've counted to 15 and I've got 2 left over. I've got 5 in here, 5 in here, 5 in here. That's fair. And I've got 2 left over. So what do I do with them? I'm going to put them in my leftover box or remainder box over here. How would I write my answer? I'll be really impressed if you have a go and you remember from my last word problem. 17 divided by 3 is, how many in each pot? 5, remainder, or you can write it as a small r, 2. That means each pot has 5 and there are 2 left over. If I didn't have my seeds, I could also do it as a drawing. So I could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 5, 5, 5, remainder 2. So if you don't have objects to use, that's okay. Use a drawing. Okay, we're going to do one final one together. And then I'm going to show you your special activity you're going to do. It's not on a sheet. All you need to have is objects. But I will get round to that. Okay, ready? Miss Dawe has 22 cupcakes. Please don't eat these ones. They are not edible. Wish I did have 22 cupcakes. For a tea party, 3 friends come over and Miss Dawe shares the cakes between the 4 of them. So Miss Dawe is sharing them between her 3 friends and herself, so 4 together. How many does each person get? Have a go at this one on your own. So the first thing you need to do is write the number sentence. Second thing you need to do is do a drawing or use objects to help you. Third thing you need to do is write your answer with an R for your remainder. Pause the video, have a go at it on a whiteboard or a piece of paper, then unpause so we can go through it together. Are we ready? So I've got 4 friends. I'm going to draw my 4 friends. If you have teddies or Lego people at home, you might use these as your sharing people. So there's me and my 3 friends. So we're sharing between 4 altogether. There we go. And I need to share out 22 cupcakes. So I can either do it as a drawing or with my objects. I'm going to do it with my objects. It's more fun. 1, 22, remember. 2, 3, 4. Oh, what do I need to do before that? Silly me. You've probably done this. I'm kind of just going through the correction quickly, but I've forgotten to do a really important step. What step did you do first? That's right, write my number sentence. So 22 divided by 4 is the same as. I'm sure you did that, guys. Okay, are you ready to go through it together? Have you finished your own example? If you need a bit more time, repause. Otherwise, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, are you doing it? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So they've each got 5, 5, 5, 5. Is that good? Yeah. 21, 22. So these ones are left over or remaining. So my answer would be 22 divided by 4 is the same as 5 remainder 2. And if you look, we know that 22 divided by 4, we can't share everything out equally because 22 is not in the 4 times table. Just like here, we couldn't share out Miss Conway's seeds totally because 17 is not in the 3 times table. Tomorrow we're going to look at how we can do remainders using our times table and a number line. But today we're going to use pictures and objects as it's our first lesson on this. Okay, well done for joining in with me. I'm now going to show you your activity. So for this activity, you will need some objects. Counters are probably the best thing, or if you haven't got counters, you could use, as I said before, beads, pasta, stones if you wanted to collect some stones outside. Anything quite small that you've got lots of. So the first thing you need to do is take a piece of paper or a whiteboard and whatever you have a pot of, whether it be rice or pasta pieces or Lego pieces, anything. You're going to take a small handful. Close your eyes. You don't need to know how many. Take a small handful. Here's my handful. I'm going to put them on my table, my piece of paper, and count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to write lots of division sentences with the number of objects you have. So I've got 10. You might have chosen 13 or 8. So the first thing I'm going to try and do is divide by 2. So your first number that you get, you're going to divide by 2. Let's see if that works. Sometimes you'll have a remainder, sometimes you won't. So they're going to be in 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did that work? Was there a remainder? No, because each person has 5. So 10 divided by 2 doesn't have a remainder, and you know that because 2 goes into 10. You can count in 2s and reach 10. The next thing, once you divided by 2, you're going to divide the same number, so keep your objects, by 3. So I've got to make 3 groups this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've got 1 remaining. So I've got 10, so my second number sentence will be divided by 3 is the same as, how many in each group? 3 remainder, or you can write with a small r, 1. So each person, each thing has 3, and I've got 1 left over. Once you've done divided by 3, you're going to do divide by 4. So my next number sentence will be 10 divided by 4 is the same as 1, 2, so I'm making 4 groups this time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, 9, 10. No, that wouldn't be fair on these 2 groups. How many have we got remaining? Remainder 2. So 10 divided by 4, each person gets 2, and there are 2 left over, or remainder 2. Once you've done divided by 4, you're going to do divided by 5. That's your last number sentence. So any number of objects you choose, you divide it by 2, write your number sentence and answer, you divide it by 3, then by 4, then by 5. Some will have remainders, some won't. That's your challenge to find out. Let's go this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each person or each pot has 2, and I've got none left over. And I know this will work because 10 is in the 5 times table, just like 10 is in the 2 times table as well. 3 and 4 don't have 10 in their times tables. 10 is not a multiple, so there will be 1 or 2 or maybe 3 sometimes, or maybe more left over. Hope that you understand your task today. So now that we've done that together, you need to go away, find your own objects from around your house. Just one type of object that you've got lots of. Pick a handful, so I might then do the same. Pick a new handful, count them, divide them by 2, write your sentence 3, write your sentence 4, write your sentence 5, write your sentence. I'd love to see lots of photos, as this is a really fun lesson to do with objects. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we're going to look at more about remainders and how times tables and number lines can also help us with them. Thanks for tuning in today and have a lovely evening. Bye for now.